Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Hope we're all well. Hope we're enjoying our Sunday. Hope you've all had a good day yesterday, celebrating a win. It's always good to celebrate a win, no matter who it's against. Yeah, we're going to sort of talk about the game as a whole. We'll talk about things that were good. We'll talk about things that maybe weren't so good. And we'll sort of go through some of the stats and the league position, all that jazz that I think people sometimes look a little bit too far into. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, bell notification. Let me know what you think about the game. I was watching it. There was some things that I was really happy about, and there's things that I've proved right about again, which is always nice. But let me know what you think as well, because I think there's still work to do, but there is improvement to be seen there, that's for sure. So we'll get into it. So yeah, Fulham, obviously a team that had been playing really well this season leading up into it. Mitrovic was the guy. Everyone was quite worried about Mitrovic, what he brings to the table and what he can do. And actually, I think we did a really good job of neutralising the build-up play into Mitrovic, and that was massive. Obviously, in the last sort of 10 minutes, he definitely got into the game, quite a bit, and he caused us a few problems. But I think as a whole, I'd probably say we did very well. We defended very, very well. We played out from the back really well, and the midfielders definitely got on the ball a little bit more and started creating some more opportunities, getting the wingers into the game, and not only that, but then obviously Session and Emerson into the game a bit more. So yeah, and also it was good to see Bentancur back. Obviously he got the concussion against Forest, so it was good to see him back, and obviously good to see Romero as well. So yeah, overall I was quite happy with what I saw. It was definitely a much better performance than we've seen, really, other than sort of Southampton first game of the season. It was definitely an improvement, and I think it's crucial because we go into a very busy period now of every 3 or 4 days where we continuously need to keep a high level performance. But not only that, we're also coming in some Champions League games, and then we're playing, City next weekend. We've got massive games here that we need to make sure that we stay at a level of this, what we can sort of see. So yeah, so looking at the game as a whole, looking at some stats. So Spurs had 23 shots to Fulham's 9, 10 on target to Fulham's 3. So, attacking wise, we were flying, absolutely flying again. 10 shots on target from 23 is great. It does look like we weren't converting too much though. I know we had a goal disallowed for Richie, but we hit the bar from Son when the Kane little dink over the top. But overall, we were very good. We created a lot of good opportunities, and Leno was having a really good day. Leno made some really good saves, and that could be a bit of shrewd business for Fulham, I think. I don't think Leno's really what Arsenal level should be looking like, but I definitely think for someone like Fulham, fantastic bit of business. So he made some brilliant saves, and yeah, I think that's brilliant. I mean, Fulham had 9 shots and 3 of them on target. Again, I mean, we're limiting teams to sort of 3 or 4 shots on target every game, which, it's ironic. Some of the shots that, we've actually faced, I mean, some of the shots that those 3 were not like P-rollers towards Lloris. These are some of these in sort of corners that were difficult ones. Some big saves Lloris had to make. But we are limiting the amount of opportunities at goal, which is nice. It gives Lloris an easier time, but also the devil's advocate to that is he's not very busy. So when he does get called into action, is he alive? Is he alert? Which, to be fair, he is. And the goal, he couldn't do anything about Mitrovic's goal. It was a beautiful finish. So couldn't really do much about that. 52% possession to 48 for Spurs. Didn't dominate the ball, but I think what we did is when we did have the ball, we moved it quickly. We got up the pitch really quickly. We definitely exploited the flanks very well yesterday. I thought Session had a very good game. I thought Emerson got forward like he always does. Non-stop energy. Højbjerg and Bentancur really did sucker in sort of, and the defence actually. And I'm going to come on to the ball playing out from the defence in a minute, but we suckered them in a little bit, and we allowed to get more space into a Kane, into a Son, into a Richarlison, and obviously Kulusevski when he did come on. It allowed them to get a little bit more space, which is nice. So absolutely perfect. But yeah, the 3 centre halves, Longley, Dyer, and Romero. So yeah, like I said, it was good to see Romero back. It's always good to see Romero back. I don't think any Spurs fan would disagree with that. Dyer was solid. Dyer's always going to give you a really solid performance, and Longley was This is the one that I was right about. I said he can absolutely be brilliant on the ball. I said, if you play for Barcelona as a centre-half, you must be able to pass the football. Simple as that. And actually, he was brilliant. He was actually taking a level out of the game. So what I mean by that is defence, midfield, attack. He was passing from defence straight through their midfield into our attack. So he's cut out a whole line. So when we're breaking then, we're breaking just onto the back 3, 4, 5, whatever it might look like. We're not breaking through with centre defensive mids coming on and Paulinho coming through and Harrison Reed and all that stuff. You don't see that. It just goes straight into Kane or straight into Sonny or Charlison, whatever it might be, Session or Emerson, but he picks you that pass that it just takes players out of the game, and I love that. So, really, really happy with Lenglet's performance. I thought defensively, very good, very, very good. I was actually one of those people that, when I did do a video a while back, I actually said, defensively, he doesn't make a lot of blocks and he doesn't make a lot of interceptions. And ironically, he had some blocks and interceptions. So it proved me wrong there. So fair enough. Hold my hands up. If you're going to prove me wrong like that, I love that. But he proved me right in the terms of he's brilliant on the ball. And it allowed Romero and Dyer a lot more confidence as well. And Davies does. I'm not saying Davies doesn't, but it gives you so much more confidence when if you've got two centre-halves next to you, say you're Romero, you've got two centre-halves next to you. If you pass the ball that way, you're not panicking thinking, Jesus Christ, let's hope that ball gets to where it needs to be. You're not thinking about it. You're just thinking about the ball just going there and you getting in positions and things like that. So it's nice for that. In terms of, obviously, goal scorers, so the goal scorers, we had Højbjerg getting the first, which was a lovely, lovely finish. Højbjerg was mega yesterday. Really, really good performance. Obviously, Kane got the second one, to sort of tap into the open goal. Kane was fantastic as well. And then obviously, Mitrovic got theirs. Beautiful finish. Absolutely beautiful finish. It was unlucky. We lost sort of the 50-50 in a way for him. Then he sort of broke and just whipped it in. Like I said, Lloris had no real chance there, to be honest. But no, really, really good performance. So, yeah, I think overall, very, very good performance. Definitely, there's still work to be done. Obviously, we let them in for the last sort of 10 minutes or so. It was a bit nervy. We need to be able to just kill the game. 2-0, take every bit of life out of that game and just move on, right? But just to sort of be a bit more realistic, when you think of how we've been performing before this game, it was such a nice change of flow that we went and sort of dominated the game for pretty much the majority of it. When they scored, I was like, oh God, they scored. It was a bit of a shock in a way, because I thought we were in such good control, and then from then on it was a bit more, oh, hang on, they're breaking out here. They're getting a few more chances. So yeah, still work to be done there, but huge improvements, that's for sure. So sort of going through the sort of team as a whole, obviously Lloris in goal. I thought Lloris was good. There was no sort of play out from the back problems, in my opinion, which was nice. Made some good saves. Couldn't read anything for the goal. I'd probably give, if I'm giving player ratings, this is what I'm going to do now, I'd probably give Lloris a 7. I did think he was good. From right to left, as always, Romero, solid, won a lot of challenges, good on the ball, did get a book in. But yeah, I mean, people were pointing out sort of the Mitrovic goal. At the end of the day, it's one thing. He absolutely bust a gut to get back to that. And ironically, he did actually lose a 50-50. It doesn't always happen, but he did. Romero was still solid, though. I'd give sort of 6.5, 7 out of 10 for them. Dyer, probably the same. Dyer was solid. I'd probably give Dyer a 7. Dyer just gives a calming presence into that defence. He really does. I'm not saying Dyer is the best centre-half in the world, not at all, but he came in at such a young age when you think of when he first joined us from Lisbon. And to see where he's gone now, where he used to play centre mid alongside Moussa Dembele, to then go into a back three with Vertonghen and Alderweireld, and actually now he's the leader of that defence. He is. I think Romero is our best defender, but the leader is Dyer for sure. So yeah, definitely think he'll be getting an England call up. But if he doesn't, that'll be a travesty, absolute travesty. Lenglet was class, 7.5, absolute class, oozed class with the ball. Don't really remember him sort of misplacing a pass. Defensively was pretty solid actually. So yeah, I'd probably give Clement Lenglet 7.5 out of 10. Super excited where that goes. You know, like Conte said, if you've been at Barcelona, you've got class, and it was on show yesterday. You saw it so quickly when I was watching him, and the ball was just moving. He'd get the ball and move it straight away. It was lovely. It was just like, this could be a good player. This could be a good player here. Emerson on the right. I don't really feel like Emerson did a lot wrong. Delivery was obviously something that we can work on. Going forward, obviously, sometimes a little bit limited. Defensively, he's always, I mean, other than West Ham, defensively, he's always really solid. I'll probably go 6.5 for Emerson. Like I said, 6 is average, so I think he's probably a bit above average. Bentancur, classy Bentancur back, honestly. He is our best midfielder. He really is. Him and Højbjerg, they complement each other quite well. Defensively, I remember watching against Forest. Bentancur normally is the one I think that gets forward quite well and links up with players really well. Actually, he was the guy that was further back, and Højbjerg was the one charging forward. And you know, I know Højbjerg got on the score sheet, but Højbjerg isn't always the one charging forward. Bentancur gets on the ball a lot. But I thought Bentancur was class, probably a 7 out of 10. I know you got the booking. But yeah, no, really good. It's good to see him back, good to see him healthy. Bissouma's got to step up the game up if he wants to get in this team, because Højbjerg was mega. 8 out of 10 for sure. Brilliant performance. I think his average his lowest performance this year is like a 7.1 overall. So you can tell he's not played poorly at all this season. I was quite surprised. I thought he was limited against West Ham. To come this game and drop a performance like that and score a goal and really did run the midfield with Bentancur. It was lovely to see that he clearly isn't really suffering too many issues with the ankle injury. But no, it was class. Really was class. Cess was really good going forward. You can tell Conte loves Cess. You can really tell it. Got forward very, very well. Nearly scored a couple of times, actually. And that's something that, it's nice. Cess definitely gets in the box a lot. And he does have opportunities to score. You know, I think Perisic is more a guy that will create the opportunities, but I feel like Cess might be a guy that's going to get on the end of some opportunities from the other side, sort of thing. But I thought Cess was very strong, very solid. Defensively wasn't really too much of a problem as well. Cess's defensive work is very good, very, very good. But offensively, I feel like Perisic is really starting to get to him now. It's like, you've got the ability to be able to beat a player, go and beat him. Bring that level to your game. Because if Cess, if you think about this, if Cess was beating players and going to the byline and whipping balls in, Perisic probably wouldn't start as many games as you think. So I think Perisic is definitely going to, and Conte I know as well, but they are really working on bringing out the confidence in Cess to say, you're a left winger who's now a left wing back. Don't act like a left back, still act like a left winger. Richarlison, I love Richie. I actually love Richie so much. I can see why Everton fans loved him. Class, so much energy. Can really tell he cares when he plays for any of the clubs, be it Watford, be it obviously Everton, now Spurs. He just cares about winning. That's all he cares about. Good energy. What a player I think he really is. And the fact that we can offer it as a 3-5-2. Say if we had a Bentancur, Bissouma, Højbjerg midfield, or a Skippy, or a Papa Metassar, whatever it might be. It's nice that we have an option with a 3-5-2 that we could do, right? Yeah, really good. I'd probably go 7 out of 10. He was lively. I know the goal disallowed. Got himself booked for the celebration for taking his top off. But you know what? You can't have everything. I love the passion. So yeah, Son. I thought Son actually. This was interesting because when I first saw the team sheet, I thought Son would be dropped for Richie and Kulu would play. It was the other way around. Kulu got dropped for Richie and Son played. Son, it was for the first time in a little while that Son looked really lively, like making runs in behind. Kane was getting him on the ball. Obviously hit the bar as well. He just can't bar a goal at the moment. But you know what? That can happen. We went through years of Kane not scoring in August, and then in September would go nuclear. So it could just be that Son looks at Man City next weekend and goes, I normally play really well against Man City. I normally get on the score sheet. Maybe that's the game that he then goes and gets the goal that just kickstarts the season. But I thought it was good, live wire, proper energy, defensively worked hard, got into loads of great positions. I thought Son was good. I thought I'd probably say 6.5, 7, even maybe 7. I think that really was a good performance from Son. Had the goal been there, he'd have been an 8 out of 10. And that's the thing. he still has played well. Yes, he may not have scored, but he did play well. Kane was class. I think we really underestimate how good Kane is, and we we don't appreciate how much Kane is brilliant for us. Got obviously on the score sheet, which is nice. He's in the fantasy team. Love that as well. I thought he was very good. Was linking up play really nice. He had his back to goal a little bit and sort of pinning defenders down and moving them on. And yeah, he probably, I mean, if Leno had a bit more of an off day or 10% less of a great day, Kane probably would have had at least maybe one more. So Kane will probably got 8 out of 10 as well. I thought he's mega, absolutely mega. Him and Højbjerg were the two guys to that day. And yeah, we were very lucky. But there you are, that's the end of the video in my thoughts and opinions. I think, hey, we are improving. You're not going to go from 2nd gear to 5th gear in a heartbeat, okay? We are still improving. But we went from 2nd gear to sort of like 3rd gear, sometimes into 4th. So we can show we are improving. This next few weeks are going to be massive. It's really going to test us to see where we are as a squad. But you know what? We're still undefeated, which is always nice to see. You know, you're not going to ever complain about being undefeated, are you? It's not a bad thing. I think what you'll find is soon is you'll get more rotation, obviously midweek games. But yeah, overall, I'd probably say you've got to be happy with that performance. I think we're still sitting thirds. I know that City drew. So yeah, they'll be up for next weekend. Spurs City is always a game that is heavily contested. I was speaking to actually, can't believe this, they exist. I was speaking to a couple of Man City fans yesterday. And I said, do you ever feel like Spurs rattle you a little bit? And they were like, yeah, Spurs live rent-free. Literally rent-free. Which I can't believe. A team like that gets triggered by Spurs. But hey, it is what it is. It'll be a good game. But yeah, guys, in the comment section, let me know about performance. Let me know what you think. Let me know about who you want to see next in terms of players playing. Because there'll be some changes for midweek and there'll be changes for the weekend coming up. We've got some big games coming up. There's some big games today that I'm looking forward to. I'll be watching the United-Arsenal game for sure. But yeah, guys, that is the interview. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, bell notification, the 4 pillars, all that jazz. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, lads.